Number 2, Damian Priest versus Gunther. When I tell you guys, it was so hard for me not to rank this number 1. Man, because when I was deliberating yesterday over which matches, because like I said, just all these matches were good. There was not a bad match on the show, which is definitely a good thing to have. If I have to sit here and struggle thinking of how to rank these, then that means Triple H is doing a phenomenal job, honestly, and especially with most fans and all this stuff. But man, I'm looking at this and wow, Gunther and Damian Priest, this was just super hard hitting. From bell to bell, I think in terms of action, this was certainly the best match from in just pure action. These guys went at it. The hard chops, Gunther being chopped so hard he had blood dripping down his I think his left chest. Man, that was fantastic. But as I mentioned, I'm a stickler for storytelling, and it didn't get much even better than this with the storytelling and the action combined, because man, the storytelling aspect of this was great, with Finn Balor coming out and how they played that whole story full circle. Let me get my graphic back up here. Full circle, because as you put it right there, Finn Balor betraying Damian Priest, like that was really well done. Excellent done, because man, the way they played off the camera angles where he ended up putting his foot on the rope and Damian Priest is looking up at the Titantron and he turns around to Finn, and you know he's getting, like I said, they almost had me in my review. I said they almost had me when he was in that sleeper hold by Gunther and he almost passed out, but then he broke out, but he just couldn't finish off Gunther. He had to get immediate revenge out of the shock of it all to try and choke Finn Balor, which led to, of course, Gunther getting the sleeper hold on Damian Priest. So I thought the storyline was phenomenal, and that's like I said, that's the last thing that Damian saw before he passed out, was Finn Balor giving him that death stare. And this kind of goes back to what I was saying, is that it was time, I feel, for both Rhea and Damian Priest to leave the Judgment Day. But this is something that I didn't pick up until after I did my review. It really is coming around full circle, because Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley, they were the ones that brought Finn Balor into the Judgment Day, and they exiled Edge out of it, and he was the one that brought them together. And now 2 years later, I'm thinking, like, what's the one actor in George of the Jungle live action movie? You could imagine in story, if Edge was still around in WWE and not AEW, this is the part where he would look into the camera and be like, this is where we look into the camera and point and laugh. Ha 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 ha, because that's exactly what he could do now. He's like, how gratifying would that be for the Edge character in WWE to see that, oh, you brought this mother effer into this group, took me out, and 2 years later, look at that, he's betrayed both of you, man. And like I said, it was time. Damian Priest and the Judgment Day was good. It helped bring Rhea and Damian Priest, and I think everybody involved, it helped bring their characters to new levels. And now that Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley are over as solo acts, you can let them go on and do their own thing. Like I said, I know in real life they're all like brothers and sisters, but in terms of what we're seeing here on screen and story, I think it is time for Rhea and Damian Priest to move on, and you can have the Judgment Day continue now with maybe Liv Morgan or Dominik. We'll see what they do on Monday Night Raw tonight. But yeah, this was fantastic, hard-hitting action, and that's the thing. Gunther, he ends up on a lot of these. I feel like I don't rank all the WWE PLEs, but if I did outside of the big four, I feel Gunther would end up at least close to, if not number 2 or number 1 spot. His matches are just that good, hard hitting, very believable, because obviously he's chopping the crap out of all of them. And once again, I'm just so glad. I am so glad to see that Damian Priest and Gunther, you had a first-time world champion and a first-time number 1 contender for the world title, basically going at it. And this is the future. This is what we need to see more of. Yeah, both of them are not at that, I would say, household name yet, but you got to put these guys, these newer and younger guys, you've got, and gals as well, you got to put them in these positions to see if they can handle the main event scene, and because that's going to pave the way for a long time to come. You know, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, they're not going to be around forever. So you need to start building up that future, and that's what I'm glad Triple H is doing. All right, we're going to go back to the comments here and check out some of the comments before I head to the number 1 spot. See what we got here. We have Honey Bear X. Thank you for joining the stream. Appreciate it. Love how Priest was trying to snatch Balor after he found out he researched the footage. Yeah, that was great. Once again, just with WWE, you have Triple H, and ever since they've gotten their new production team, they're always doing things from a production standpoint that just makes so much sense, and it's really great to see. Just fantastic. I really like that touch of him looking up at the Titantron and stuff instead of wondering what happened. Let's see, next thing you said here, the big question is, who gets Carlito in the divorce? I saw a meme earlier from like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, you know, the part where Will Smith's character is just standing along. They got that wide shot of him standing in like the empty house looking, and it's like, that's gonna be Carlito tonight on Monday Night Raw. Like, yeah, whose side is he on? Who does he join? So yeah, that's gonna be great to see. Let's see, Gunther wins a World Heavyweight Championship. Yeah, that's fantastic. Yeah, and I love that Gunther, once again, as I said in my review, I love that Gunther had that old school up the ladder type of rise to the world championship. Didn't bring him in as world champion for like his first month and give him a nice 4-month reign and have him go down for several years in the mid card as the champion. No, you built this guy up strong out the gate, build him up as the Intercontinental Champion for a year plus, and made him, you know, make that mean something, and then you bring him in as the world champion. So yeah, Gunther's rise has been really good. Just tremendous to see.